just got to the Dallas area. I'm about ready to start home time, but I'm actually, I first have to drop off a load tomorrow right around midnight. Once that load is dropped off, then I officially start home time. But in the meantime, since I'm already in Dallas and I have more than 24 hours before delivery, I'm going to go home and hang out. And I'm going to try to follow up on the status of where I'm at in adopting a dog. We'll see how that is working out. Keep you updated. Right now I'm just waiting for my Uber. So I'm sitting here in front of Sports Clips. Got to get all that hair trimmed back so I don't feel like a slob. I'm still on home time, and I thought I'd take a minute to catch you up on my efforts to foster a dog on my truck. So I'm finding out that there are some rescue groups that are leery of fostering a dog on a semi-truck, and I don't have any issues with that. It does make sense, and they're only doing it for the well-being of the pets. However, with that said, I still think it's doable. I still think it's a good idea. I just need to find the organization that tends to agree with me. And I may have found one, Good Neighbors Animal Rescue. They have some volunteers in the Fort Worth area. They also have some volunteers. Actually, the founder is in the Houston area. And so there was a pet that was listed as being surrendered in Fort Worth, and unfortunately the pet's owner had died, and the I guess the adult children of the person who died surrendered the dog to the volunteers in Fort Worth. So I saw that and I reached out, and there was more pushback than I hoped for on me fostering that particular dog. However, I started making a little bit of progress explaining what my project was about. Not only, I mean, it does several things. One, it saves a dog. Two, it frees up a local foster person to foster another dog. Three, it gives me companionship on the truck. 4, it promotes the adoption of shelter animals. So I figured that there was a whole bunch of reasons to pursue it a little bit further, and I stated those reasons, and it seemed to get their attention, and so they started listening a little bit more. So now I've had several emails back and forth, but it started picking up steam when I posted the fact that the original dog I was looking at wasn't going to be made available to me, and they had indicated that there was a little bit of first they had indicated that the dog liked car rides, and I'm thinking, well, that's perfect. But then they also indicated that maybe it's not a good fit on extended car rides, or in my case, truck rides, because the dog seemed a little stressed out, having traveled from West Texas to Fort Worth. So I asked, well, maybe there's other dogs that are better suited for the scenario that I'm talking about. And they had mentioned that they'll put me on a list. That really didn't sound very encouraging. That sounds like putting me off. However, I basically posted on Facebook that that particular dog was not going to be made available. And then somebody posted, what about this dog? And this dog was a small black lab named Joey. Joey was in Houston. So I explained to the person that was posting that I had already communicated with Good Neighbors Animal Rescue, and they have my name on the list, but they didn't seem very excited about fostering a pet onto a semi-truck. Well, it turns out the person I was communicating with was the founder of Good Neighbors. So she thought it was actually a good idea. I'm glad she reached out, and then that's where it really started picking up steam, correspondence back and forth, and they still haven't officially approved my paperwork. I'm kind of waiting on that. I don't know what the holdup is. It was pretty simple paperwork. They did ask for references, but I also thought I saw where they won't contact my references, so I'm not sure if I either read it wrong because I was reading too quickly, or I don't know. Anyways, they said they wouldn't contact references. Well, why list them if you're not going to contact them? But I could be totally misunderstanding the point of that. So I'm waiting on the paperwork to get approved. But based on the conversations through email and Facebook I've had with the founder, who's a really nice person, by the way, that it seems like it'll be a go. So now I need to accomplish all this by like Friday, and today is Sunday. So I'm wanting to accomplish this by Friday because I'll be hitting the road on Saturday probably, and I like to have whatever foster pet on board with me. So that's kind of my goal. So I'm moving in that direction. However, last night I was checking Facebook, and someone posted a picture of a dog that was basically scheduled to be put down Tuesday, and the dog is beautiful. The dog's name is Frida. I'm not even sure what type of dog. I'm just going to say a mutt for now. I'll do a little more research. I tried to look at it. The name didn't make sense to me. Never heard of the breed, and off the top of my head I can't remember it. While I'm editing this video, perhaps I could post it and someone could enlighten me if I can't find it. So Frida has these blue amazing eyes. I'm not sure how someone hasn't already adopted her. She's already been spayed, and they didn't really talk about behavior or anything like that. So if the dog is going to be put down on Tuesday, maybe I could stop that. Maybe that's the dog I need to try to rescue. The reason why I would stop pursuing Joey to rescue Frida is, frankly, Joey is already with a foster person, which is the founder of Good Neighbors Animal Rescue. So Joey's already rescued, in a sense, at least safe from being put down, and at least probably, well, not probably, in a loving home with other dogs. So I'm guessing Joey's probably pretty happy. And I'm thinking the way I need to go is try to save a dog that is real close to being put down, and that would come back to Frida. So now I'm pursuing Frida. Now the issue with Frida, like I said, she's going to be put down on Tuesday unless someone adopts her, and she's been up for adoption since I think it was middle of March. So I'm not sure why she would still be on the list. I mean, just gorgeous blue, steel blue eyes. And I'll post a picture on this video. So I called and tried to secure her, and I can't because I'm not a official animal rescue, and I get that. That's fine. Kind of weird. They didn't want to. I said, I'll pay money for you to just hold her for 24 hours, and they don't do that. Kind of weird. However, what they will do is, if I have an approved animal rescue call in or email in, they could quote unquote tag Frida to hold for a foster to come pick up. So that's a possibility, but it's Sunday going on noon. That's why I'm not getting my hair cut. They're not open yet. So it's Sunday going on noon, and I don't know if I could find a rescue group that would be willing to tag the dog to have me go pick up, because they're also going to want to screen me to make sure that I should foster the dog. Maybe. Perhaps I could convince them, look, this is a little more imminent, so let's skip that part. I just need someone to tag the dog so the dog's not giving up before I get there. However, the young lady, who was very nice on the phone, said, well, if you head down here, you could call before you head down here. It's like 6-7 hours, I think. Corpus Christi, Texas is where I need to go. You could head down there, or down here, and if Frida gets adopted, well, then Frida's saved. And I agree with that. And she says we have plenty of other dogs in the same situation that could also be saved. And I agree with that. So, very good logic on this young lady's part. Bottom line is, now, it doesn't need to be Frida that I save. If Frida gets adopted, boom, she gets saved. If Frida's not adopted, then I get to be the one to save her. I would like Frida. I just love her eyes. I love dogs with blue eyes. So I'm going for Frida. If Frida's gone, really that accomplishes what I attempted to get accomplished. If Frida, and if that's the case, then I will just look at the other dogs there. And if I don't see other dogs there, I'll head back up to Dallas, but pass through Houston and see about Joey still. And hopefully I'm not stepping on toes by sort of switching my plans, trying to save Frida over Joey. So that's kind of the update. Got to get all this done before I head out of town again, which is Saturday night. I'll be heading back to my truck. I'd like to have a dog in tow. And that's my update. I want to thank everyone who's already joined and is following these stories. I'm going to put in the description at some point all the organizations. I went on Facebook to promote these videos. And there are several rescue groups. There are rescue groups in California. There are rescue groups, a lot of them in Texas and Florida. And I asked to become members of these Facebook rescue groups, and they all welcomed me. I posted a link to the Wagging Tails Trucker page. They were all happy that I posted it, and bottom line, the page is growing. Followers are growing, and by doing that, we're going to reach more people to see the pets that need fostering and or adopting, promoting the rescue and adoption of shelter pets. And so things are going in the right direction, and the response is actually better than I thought. You could continue to help by sharing this video on your page or on your walls and feeds, because more exposure just means more pets get saved, and it should hopefully be fun and entertaining. Now, I say I'm a truck driver and I'm wanting to foster a dog. Here I am sitting in a car. So it's only because I'm on home time and getting this video started. But the videos will be not necessarily all about the dog, but basically the trucker life and the dog being a main part of being on the truck and the entertainment part. So it'll just be a lot of just reality TV, I guess, for lack of a better term. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm probably going to try to put out a video a week, maybe every other week. I think future videos are going to come out on Wednesdays, probably midday Wednesday. Why midday Wednesday? Because according to Google, and we all know Google knows everything, midday Wednesday is when most people will, or you have the most reads and views on things you post. So midday Wednesday is probably when I'm going to do it. I appreciate everyone sharing. Please like this video. Please share this video. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.